Welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. We're late because of Craig. My name's David.
Craig 5 standing by.
I'm Mary.
And this is where you can hear everything about all you care about in the Star Wars universe. And before we get started, we have a new Patreon member.
Yeah!
Starting with Leah McCallion, Kevin Leininger, Deb McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana Tia Arnold, Rest Jedi 27, Alex Bundell, Indiana Solo, BC Doomit, and Sean Smith. Thank you so much for your awesome love and support.
Smith. I'm assuming Sean Smith is.
John. Yeah,
It must have been the Arms of the Angel song I've been singing. I want confirmation, Sean. That's what brought you on board.
Yeah.
The Arms of David.
And we're going to get taken down from YouTube, Greg. LegionSabers.com. Check it out. It's a website. You can buy lightsabers and stuff. Cool stuff. Docking Bay 45. They have a physical location in Oregon. And there's an ice rink right outside. We might take a trip one day. And you can build your own lightsaber. You can buy the lightsabers that are on the website. They got necklaces. They got all kinds of stuff. There's real cool people that work there. So check them out. We'll be in Vegas at the end of April. And we'll be at their booth. So check us out. We'll be podcasting, hanging out. If you want a sticker, we made special stickers for Las Vegas for Level Up Con. So find us there.
I keep forgetting that we're doing that. I go, what? Where do we doing in April?
So I got the bag right here actually. Ooh. And I was like, what's in this bag? And it's our
stickers.
Las Vegas stickers, yeah.
Nice.
So yep.
It would have been nice to have some to give out at MegaCon.
You're giving out napkins, Craig. I mean, that served a purpose.
And Jose needed that napkin. I mean, Joe. Joe needed that napkin. I was there for him.
You should have given out hugs.
Joe. It was Joe. Joe and I met at the table. At the beautiful little round table.
Yeah, Zach from Japan, who's joining us like he always does, says, "Way to go, Craig," on YouTube.
I don't know what did I do. What did I do?
I don't know. Join to get you to stop, and he says, "Lots of laughs." Thank you so much.
You know what?
All right.
I just need to keep singing.
You think LOL is lots of laughs?
What is it?
Laugh out loud.
Laugh out loud.
Yeah, it's that too. It's interchangeable.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I always think of laugh out loud.
I'm gonna Google this later.
Because you're thinking about the comedy club. That's what you're thinking about, right? Am I right?
Me?
Yeah. The world famous Laugh Out Loud comedy club.
Oh, the Laugh Factory?
No, there's a Laugh Out Loud comedy club that's always referenced. And I think I thought about that, and then lots of laughs. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, we're getting off the rails early.
I was gonna say I learned something the other day too about a famous saying, but we'll save it for our private chat.
MegaCon 2026 Star Wars Stuff Podcast was represented by one, and he goes by the name of Craig 5.
Oh, that's right.
Craig, tell us all about your MegaCon and excruciating foot pain experience. Go.
Well, okay, where do we start? So I met, I guess, 2 Star Wars celebrities, Diego Luna and John Boyega. Yeah, that's the guy right there. And I have to say, John was really, really friendly. And sometimes at these cons, some of the actors are not as friendly or personable. Very, very friendly. And I said, when I was getting the autograph? I guess I was getting the autograph first. And I asked him about Last Jedi. And I texted you guys immediately after everything that he said, so I didn't forget a word of it.
Right.
And so I basically said, "What did you think about what they did with Luke Last Jedi?" And he goes, "Didn't like it. Didn't like it." He's like, basically, he thought that Luke should have come and actually fought. He didn't like that it was a hologram. He was very vocal about it. He said, "quote unquote," we bitched about it every day. Those were his exact words.
And y'all became immediate best friends.
Huh? I was like, "Hey!" There is
you
something
should come
redeemable
on the
about
podcast. We talk about this all the time.
Time marker, please.
He said to me, his exact word, another exact quote was, "I don't know why Mark stopped talking about it."
Interesting.
Yes. But he made it very clear that everybody on set did not like the way they handled it. Now, he said, "I respected JJ for trying to do something unique in his own thing." But he said, "I felt like that should have been something for like the comic books or something like, or video games." But he said, not with those characters. If he had unique characters, but not with like characters like Luke and stuff like that. And then another guy next to me jumped in. He's like, "Yeah, I didn't like it either." And then John kind of like doubled down on it. So it was like, I was like, "Yeah."
Jeez.
So yeah, I don't remember if there was anything more to it. I told you every word that I could remember as soon as he said it. So I literally had the phone out right after the interaction to get it to you guys.
You asked him about talking to Dave, right?
I did. That was during my photo op. I'm like, "So is there any talks about coming back?" And he's like, he started laughing. He's like, "Hey, me," you know, kind of like, and then I'm like, I go, "Look at me. Look me in the eyes and tell me." And he started laughing, and he kind of like had to go on to the next person. So it was like, he didn't quite know what to say, but he said kind of like, he definitely hinted that there was like something there. Cause I said specifically, "Have you talked to Dave since he took over?" I think that was one of your questions.
And then immediately this drops.
Huh?
And then immediately this dropped off of Variety. It says, "John Boyega confirms, I actually have spoken to the new Star Wars boss about Finn's future years after warning Disney never to sideline black characters again."
I think someone overheard your conversation with him and ran with it.
They heard me talking to him?
Yeah.
It was that one guy.
Did he not say it in a panel? I don't know. He may have
no
had
idea.
a panel that I didn't get to see.
I haven't seen any footage of him doing a panel that anyone recorded. I've seen the Sam Witwer stuff, but I haven't seen anything outside of and Mummy stuff. I think Brendan Fraser surprised the panel. I don't think he was supposed to be there, right?
No, he was. I don't know if he was supposed to be at the panel.
Okay.
I think that was Saturday, and man, Saturday at MegaCon is brutal. I started singing to him in an arms of an angel, and security quickly grabbed me and whisked me away.
Jeez.
Saturday was brutal. I'll tell you what I think they really screwed up on at MegaCon. Okay. So there were a lot of different offerings for the Lord of the Rings characters, and you could get like a group of 4, the Hobbits. You could get the Hobbits with Gimli and Legolas, and then you could get one with those 6 and Carl Urban and Liv Tyler. So there were a lot of different combinations that they offered. There were more that got canceled. The guy who plays Faramir and Denethor, they both canceled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So what happened is, my group, the sextet of the 6, there was only 5 lines of people, not too many, right? 5 rows. The other one must have had at least 25 rows, at least.
Whoa.
Okay. For some reason, huh?
That was for who exactly with the 25?
The 8, all 8.
Oh, the entire
Hobbit
was there plus
Liv Tyler, Carl Urban, Legolas, and Gimli.
That was $1,000.
Yeah, and there was no joke. There had to be 25 rows of them. Now mine, like I said, only had 5. It was short. There wasn't that many people. So I was actually the first person in the VIP line, and we were supposed to go in at 2:05. and the last second, for whatever reason, they decide to let the other group first. We spent 2 hours and 40 minutes, and it was infuriating because it was a last second decision. We could hear them saying it. They're like, oh, well, let's just flip it and we'll do the other ones first, and then we'll do these later. So my 205 became like 4 something before I got through. It was horrible.
But that's like a breach of contract with the VIPs, though. I mean, that's kind of like a breach of contract with the VIPs, because you guys should go first, right?
Okay, but no. Okay, so here's how it went. I was first literally first in the group of the sextets for the 6 actors. So I was the first one, but it was the group. They did all the 8 people first. They flipped it last second. The 6 were supposed to go first at 2:05, and the other one's supposed to go later. But they had all the talent in there. They had the 8 actors, so they decided to switch last second.
So this group of 6, a group of 8. Who were the 2 actors they subtracted from the 6? Or from the
Liz and Carl.
Carl Urban and Liv Tyler.
Okay, to just do a strictly fellowship?
No, it had exactly, strictly fellowship. Okay. That's what I wanted. That's why I was like, I don't want those 2. They don't really go with the fellowship. I changed my mind after waiting for about an hour and a half. I'm like, oh man, I should have done them. Right,
yeah. I mean, Liv Tyler never does these things, though. I mean,
I did get a picture. Okay, so here's a great story with Liv Tyler. Yeah. So, I could send this to you guys later, or I could send it now if you want to share it. I got a picture with Liv, and my daughter was with me, and she was so sweet with my daughter, and she did the little heart. They did a little heart together, and Aww. She gave her a hug, and she said, "Oh." Jenna's like, will you do a heart with me? And Liv was like, oh, my hands are cold. I want to warn you first because I don't want to scare you that my hands are so cold. And she hugged her and was talking to her for a moment. You know, they don't have a lot of time, but it was really sweet. So about an hour or 2 later, we're in this store. It's like got all like Hello Kitty. It's like the girliest store you could possibly see. All girly stuff, jewelry, purses. I'm there with my daughter, and in walks Liv Tyler with her handlers, and nobody recognizes her, only me. She walks right in front of me. I go, hey, Jenna, look who it is. And she goes, oh, she's like, what, you guys again? She's like, shh, I don't want anybody to know that I'm here. And she starts talking to Jenna for a second. She's like, oh, my daughter would love this store. Oh my God, this is like my favorite store. I keep coming in here. They have the cutest things. And just being really sweet with my daughter.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it was a really nice interaction.
That's worth the price of the VIP right there.
Well, no, that wasn't VIP. That was just random.
Right, but I'm just saying the money you pay, that's worth it right there for that interaction.
So we were just in a little shop in one of the little booths. But then we decide a couple hours later to get her autograph. And she recognized, of course, she's like, you guys again? She's like, I keep seeing you guys everywhere. And she's really sweet with Jenna again. And we got her autograph. Wow. It was really nice because it was like you could see she was really authentic and just very caring and kind.
That's really sweet. I love that.
Yeah, and Jenna was like happy. She didn't know too much about who she was, but she knew enough, so she was happy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was a really cool experience.
Anything else before we get to Sam Witwer here?
Well, I went to the Sam panel, and I got a bunch of clips that I could send to David if he would like to share them with the world.
Well, I have some clips right here that I can play right now. I'll play the first one here.
Are they exclusive Craig Fries clips?
Yeah. They are.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
Hit the wrong button. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, Duel of the Fates at the end. Did everyone just get chills? I don't know about y'all, but yeah, I want to know, what was your impression?
I thought they put together a very good trailer. It was good.
Okay, so that's all we're gonna get out of you?
Well, you know, it's tough. It's tough for us because we've seen the show, we've seen the whole thing. So I'm just like, oh, they put that in there. That's cool, good. That they put that in there. Oh, spoiler. And and so for us, what's fun is seeing your reaction because it reminds us things that are old hat to us are new to you. So we're like, oh, they like that, good. Because, you know, we first saw that like almost 2 years ago, you know, stuff like that. So it's a nice reminder that it's all brand new to you guys.
Was there a certain part of the trailer that you're like, yeah? It was like a horror movie to me at points. I thought it was really well edited.
Oh, I thought it was the feel-good movie of the year. That wasn't my take at all. I thought it was very cheerful. Cheerful?
Yes.
Cheerful. Yeah, for anyone that is worried that we nerfed him, I think that trailer put that to rest, so don't worry about that.
For sure. That just gave me chills. I was like,
It was a great panel. I can send you some more clips tomorrow if you want to put them up on the channel.
Yeah, definitely. I'll do that.
It was really interesting to hear him talk about Maul's character development. And, you know, he kind of talked about how Maul is like different like phases. Like we saw like the Spider Maul, and we saw Maul in Rebels. And now this version, we're going to see a Maul that really isn't happy with the Empire, that it wasn't what he expected it to be, that the version that it wound up being was kind of colorless, I remember is the word he used, and he's not happy about how things have turned out. And he actually has come to, in a way, respect the Jedi for actually standing for something and believing in something and having principles, and that you could actually count on them for certain things and in a way manipulate or use them or do different things to manipulate and get what he wants from them. But it seems like Maul is going to look at the Jedi and the Republic in a completely different way now that he's seen the Empire take over, and he's not happy. So
Wild.
Yeah, he also said that Maul is going to seek revenge. Now, this was a little confusing for me because he talked about how towards the end of the Clone Wars, he kind of got betrayed. And I couldn't remember off the top of my head people betraying him.
Mandalore, the Siege of Mandalore?
But they didn't really betray him. He kind of betrayed them.
Yeah.
When they were asking for help, he kind of was like, go die peacefully, Mandalorian, or whatever he says. So I couldn't remember characters betraying him, but he made it seem like, nope, Maul is going out to kill people because he wants to be taken seriously. So I remember him talking about that. He seemed very excited about the show. And
Sam's always really great about that.
He's very eloquent in the way he describes things and articulate and the way he looks at things. And it sounds like him and Dave Filoni talked a lot about what he would be experiencing or feeling. And, you know, there was one thing that they didn't ask questions from the audience, but if they allowed us to, my question would have been, in the episode where Savage Opress and Maul fight Palpatine and Savage Opress gets killed, at the end of it, Palpatine is, you know, electrocuting Maul and saying, "No, he goes, Maul's begging, "Please don't kill me." And Palpatine's like, "No, I have other uses for you." But we never find out what that is, right? Like, I was trying to remember. I don't think we ever found out what happened from that. So I wanted to know, I was wondering if we're going to see what happened there, because that felt really open-ended.
Yeah, I would agree.
That?
No, but I feel like Zach would know.
Maybe, I mean, I think there's a lot to do with Palpatine. So, I mean, Palpatine basically left him for what he was once he found the mechanical legs and joined up to fight with Savage Opress. And then Palpatine, spoiler alert, we kind of know what happens with Savage.
I just said all this, David.
Yeah. Well, I was gone. My computer kind of crashed here. So I missed a chunk of it. Sorry.
No, but what I don't
trying to fix
remember is
Instagram too.
Palpatine at the end of the episode is electrocuting Maul, and he's saying, "No, I have other uses in mind for you." And then we don't ever see anything from that again, as far as I can remember. And maybe if there's somebody in the chat that can either let me know one way or the other, but I thought that would have been great to see, or it will be great to see if we do see that.
Yeah, maybe this will fill that gap.
Yeah, that's what I can't remember anything other specifically that he said, but just it sounds like we're really gonna see that Maul is not happy with everything that's played out. And I didn't quite put this together too. I don't know how, but when Ahsoka and Maul talk in what is it? That episode, Shattered. Is that the episode
with the Siege of Mandalore?
Yeah. Is that one called Shattered, where he says, join me or whatever?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but I know the episode you're talking about.
So essentially, she's like, "What does this have to do with Anakin Skywalker?" And he's like, "He is the key to everything. He is the." Long been groomed for my master's role as apprentice or something like that. So Maul was implying we need to kill Anakin. I never thought of it that way, but he essentially says that, oh, and then she's like, oh, wait, Maul is kind of surprised, like, oh, you're not going to try and kill your mentor and like best friend? Maul was like kind of surprised by that. And so he said that he learns from that and that he navigates differently in this series because he learned the hard way from that. So I thought that was a really interesting take because I had never put that 2 and 2 together, where that Maul's plan was, I need Ahsoka to join me to kill Anakin to take away his prized apprentice.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense that Maul would think that because that's how Siths work.
Sure.
They kill the
but they don't
one
quite
to replace.
phrase it that way in the show, but it sounds like that was what they underlining meaning was to that. Now I'll find that clip and I'll send it to you guys.
That makes sense. So what, like everything I hear and see and stuff like that, it kind of feels like this series is what we wanted Book of Boba Fett to be. Where it's like Maul is coming together, getting his revenge, kicking butt, creating like this name for himself and regaining his power. And I think that's what I really wanted from Book of Boba Fett. And now it feels like they heard that in the cut, like the fans and stuff. And now they're giving it to us in the Shadow Lord series.
But I don't know if that's true, because he said that he saw this stuff like 2 years ago. How long ago did Book of Boba Fett come out?
Oh, I don't know.
So it feels like it would be kind of close in that timeline if he's because Sam's implying that he saw this stuff 2 years ago.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't remember.
All right, so Meddler's Corner on Instagram is saying, finally, I'm not the only one who thought that. And cause at the end of Rebels, during his death, Maul finally realizes Anakin is the key to balance.
I thought at the end where the death was, he was talking about Luke.
Yeah, he's talking about Luke. That's the chosen one? Because Obi-Wan was protecting the chosen one.
He said, because I think Sam said in an interview,
he will avenge us. That's what like his dying words were.
Yeah, because in an interview, Sam says he realizes he's not just a Jedi, like a sand rat. He's out there with a purpose.
Yeah, he's like, you're not just hiding here. You're doing something here. I just watched that scene like yesterday.
Yeah.
It was on, I saw like the clip and I watched it. And I was like, oh yeah, that's good.
And it's interesting because I don't think a lot of people talk about this, but yes, they are thinking about Luke, but it's really Anakin that is the person they should be thinking about. And they're
no, that
confused.
doesn't make any sense to me.
That makes all the sense in the world to me because Anakin, it's all about Anakin.
What?
And he's the one that brings balance. Yes, he's the one who brings balance. Luke doesn't really. Luke's just the
stands there
of Anakin, and Luke is a catalyst. But Anakin is the Star Wars is about Anakin. That's essentially the simplistic way to break it down. But yeah, Anakin is really the one. But everyone sees, oh my God, he's evil. He ain't gonna do nothing. He's just a bad guy now. But no, he is the key to bring balance back.
But no, because it doesn't make sense because he's literally putting 2 and 2 together that Obi-Wan is there.
Right, but they're mistaken. They think that
even
Luke
Obi-Wan
is the chosen
is wrong.
one. Right. They think it's Luke, but it never has been Luke. And audiences have thought it's Luke, but no, they're saying yes, he will do this and do that and make it all right. Yes, in a certain point of view, but Anakin was really the prophesized one, if you want to believe in the prophecy. But Luke was the catalyst. So it's
I don't think they're talking about Luke in that scene, though. I mean, Anakin in that scene. They're talking about Luke, that Obi-Wan is there protecting someone.
Right, but they're mistaken in the way they're talking about him. I think that's what I always thought.
You're correct, Greg. In that scene, Maul and Obi-Wan are talking about Luke. But the overall arching theme is that Luke is not the chosen one. Anakin is the chosen one. So
right.
Even in that moment, they're talking about the chosen one. Mm-hmm. They're referring to Luke, but the reality is it's Anakin. They're even unaware of it.
When Maul is dying in Obi-Wan's arms, they're talking about the chosen one, but they're thinking it's Luke, but it's not.
I mean, they both thought that Luke would be the chosen one.
Right. Because they thought, they mistake the prophecy for the wrong person because he's Vader now. But
if you listen to Disney, you'll think that Rey is the chosen one now.
So, time marker, please.
27:20.
So does that
now, hang on.
Context?
I didn't say which movie that was from.
Oh my gosh. Did it change
that
the
could have been in
Rise
of Skywalker
conversation? Does that change the context of Yoda's conversation with Obi-Wan when he goes, is he the one? And they goes, yeah, but there is another. And we all think he's talking about Leia.
He is talking about Leia.
Yeah, but does that change that same context?
No, people were kind of fan fictioning on that thing. Yeah, he wasn't talking about Rey. It was always Leia.
No, I wasn't thinking Rey. I was thinking Anakin. Was Yoda actually talking about Anakin, and we all just assumed
I think
Leia?
he was talking.
I don't think anyone was thinking about Anakin though. I mean, you could kind of put that in there. Yeah, I mean, you could interchange.
I'm starting that fan fiction. I'm starting that one.
I think I remember an interview where George talked about that. He threw that line in there,
right? Not even knowing. Yeah,
as a misdirect for the audience because he really didn't have Leia in mind at that point. That she was the twin. He struggled with that in the effort to how was he going to get Luke to turn.
Zach said he was talking about Finn.
Well, that's a interesting theory.
Oh gosh, cheese and rice. You really don't reutilize the sound effects enough.
All right, so Meddler's Corner is typing back on Instagram to us. They say, yes, you're correct. Wrong part. Makes all the sense. Anakin is balanced. He holds the light in the dark. Put your quarter in the jar, Craig.
2 quarters.
Come and take it from me.
Ooh. He's going to have the coiled snake with the cannon that says, come and take it.
I'm not wrong in what I said. I'm saying that they were talking about Obi-Wan protecting Luke. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about debating about
it.
Huh?
And I guess I complicated it.
Yeah.
But you
everyone listening
understand.
now was like, what? What are you talking about?
But now you guys understand it all comes back to Rey.
Yeah, Star Wars does this a lot. There's always kind of a little bit of incorrectness. And when you look at the behind the scenes, like you said, when the line was there is another, George Lucas didn't even know he was talking about it at the time. But then in the end of everything, after all the trilogy came out and everything, he was like, yeah, it's Leia. Of course. There's only one option. It's Leia. Which is fine,
he wanted people to doubt or wonder if Luke was going to turn. He didn't want them convinced that it had to be Luke. I mean, it makes sense. And then it just worked out perfectly to be like, oh, well, that's his twin sister.
All right. Your buddy here, Aaron Craig, says Hayden Christensen was the perfect cast for Anakin. What say you?
Agreed.
I've always thought he was good.
It should have been Leonardo DiCaprio. No, I'm just kidding.
People wanted a much. I think they didn't want a like a good guy. They wanted an angry,
like a brooding,
angsty,
like not more like angry, like hate-filled character. But to me, that doesn't work as well because it's got to be a good guy who turns. If it's just an evil person, then there's no. It's like, what's the sadness about all of it?
Right. What's the tragedy?
Yeah. The tragedy is that he was a good person that cared about everybody, and he wanted to help everybody, and he extended himself too much.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. Hayden, was there anyone else in consideration for the role? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, there were other people. Well, yeah, there was a lot of people. I mean,
wasn't there even at one point it was like Jet Li or something like that?
There was a massive casting call. There's a guy I worked with in San Antonio who claims he was in the top 5.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, he looked nothing like Hayden or whatever, but who knows? But
I was in the Leonardo top 200,000.
Leonardo DiCaprio is a massive Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
When these movies come out, he rents out theaters and he's there either by himself or with Tobey Maguire or with
Jonah
Hill, and he just rents it out so no one bugs him.
That's so funny.
And I think he's done a marathon where he's like slept overnight in a theater and they just showed all the movies.
Yeah. He's obviously a big fan of the podcast.
Yeah, obviously.
Hey, Leo.
When he's in St.
Player?
Yeah. When he's on the yacht, and he'll throw on Star Wars Stuff podcast and listen to us argue.
He's probably got 2 girls over. He's like, quiet. I'm trying to hear these guys. I love this.
Trying to listen to Craig 5.
His jokes are the best and the worst.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Leo. I know, buddy.
Yeah. Old Leo. All right.
Maybe
so
a Patreon supporter.
Oh my gosh. He could fund our Patreon for the next 20 years. So Zach says I'm actually Leo in disguise.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I've never seen the 2 of them together in the same place.
I never got to see Zach in Japan when we were all in Japan.
How is that possible?
He's like here every night commenting.
First of all, he's 2.5 feet taller than everybody there. Like, how did you not see him from across the freaking convention?
I don't know. Who knows?
If you were sitting in the theater, he'd be the only head that was like an arm's length above everybody else's.
He could have a really short torso, Craig. I don't know.
I don't know if everybody realizes how tall Zach is. He's actually 8'3".
Oh my god!
Are you talking about the right Zach, Craig?
Am I not?
Are you talking about our podcast, Zach?
I thought we're talking about our Zach.
No, we're talking about Zach Sapporo in Japan.
Oh,
he's one of our listeners. I was like, he's that tall?
I was like, Rick, how do you know this?
We're talking about Zach. Like, I thought Zach was like.
No, we're talking about Japan Zach.
My phone.
Yeah, there's podcast Zach and there's Japan Zach.
Oh, sorry, Japan Zach.
Okay, yeah, he says he's 6 foot.
That's still tall.
That is tall.
So Aaron Craig on YouTube says, was Dooku a bad guy or a good guy on a third path? That's another like quandary I've always had, because when Obi-Wan was prisoner on Geonosis, was he just like kind of taunting him the way his like line of questioning, or what? I mean, I'm guessing that was what he was doing, and he was a bad guy overall in a roundabout way. Yes, he loved Qui-Gon. We all know that.
Loved him.
And yeah, I mean, he was just one of those like really interesting characters in Star Wars that was killed off, yes, but I mean, still had a very interesting part to play to get to little slave boy Anakin to Darth Vader. And it worked out perfectly on Palpatine's plan, which is interesting that it all kind of came together so well for George Lucas like that.
Well, Tales of the Empire really like fills in that gap for us with him of
Right.
why he started questioning and why he left the Jedi Order and stuff like that. Because he saw like the Jedi were not, what they said they are. And that there was like, I think in the Tales of the Empire, he has like this interaction with young Mace Windu where Mace is like very strict by the rules. Everything is black and white. And the situation was not black and white. And Dooku's like, no, like there has to be more to this. And then he lets his like anger and fear take over in that situation. And Qui-Gon is kind of the one who brings him back to that middle ground and finds this compromise and stuff. And that's where like Qui-Gon also gets a little bit of his like, just because the Jedi Council tells me to do something doesn't mean that's what I'm going to do kind of thing. Like I said, I gave my word I was going to train this kid. So I'm going to do it regardless if they approve or not.
Yeah.
So I think Dooku is like one of those, it's that first indicator that the Jedi Order is not always doing the right thing because it's the right thing.
Well, ultimately, if you have to go black or white, if you're making a black and white judgment call, is he either good or evil? You got to say evil. I mean, he was trying to kill people and he didn't mind setting people up and he was working with Palpatine. I mean, he wasn't, saving children from an orphanage, He was
but the Jedi were also taking children from their homes and their families because they showed some type of ability. So ultimately, they're like,
I don't think they were forced into it. I think they gave these people a choice. I don't think they were forced into giving up their kids.
I don't know.
When was that ever said? I don't think
in the Acolyte.
I mean, is that what George would have them say or do?
I don't know, but George is not in charge of Star Wars anymore. And stuff.
True, but
even in like the Ahsoka, I think she's like rescued, is what they say. And
don't we see that in something with Plo Koon?
I know the story is Plo Koon saves her.
Wasn't that in like Tales of the Jedi, the first season?
The Tales of the Jedi, you see her with her family at her tribe.
Yeah.
And they recognize that she has Force abilities and stuff because she like gets kidnapped by some type of wild like tiger like animal.
Yeah.
And she survives and she controls the animal to bring her home. And then like the grandmother ancient person of the tribe that's like respected, like kind of like the medicine woman was saying like, oh, Ahsoka is a Jedi.
Yeah.
And stuff. But I don't think we actually see her and I could be just not remembering, but I don't think we actually see her saved by Plo Koon. But that's how they spin it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was
I
saved
can't remember
by
either.
them.
It's been a while since I saw that one.
Yeah. Also, the Jedi knew that stuff was happening and they were covering it up for different reasons. So no, I don't think you can ever and at the end of it, the Jedi was working for Palpatine.
But they didn't know they were working for Palpatine.
But they were. Doesn't change it. Just because you can say you didn't know doesn't mean you weren't doing something wrong.
I mean, that's like saying if you work for Amazon that you're evil because they exploit people or kids in China. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they do exploit kids in China. I'm just saying.
I was like, Craig, what do you know?
Craig,
I'm just saying, if that was the case, if you work for a big corporation and they're doing something wrong on the other side of the world, are you evil if you don't know about it?
Craig, we don't talk about politics on this podcast. There's no politics in Star Wars. So
who would have thought
Episode
tariffs would
one
make a
was your
big deal?
favorite.
Meddler's Corner
And that's
on
not
Instagram.
politics. It's a moral dilemma, if anything, right? That's not
What you said before.
political.
Meddler's Corner on Instagram. If Qui-Gon never died, he never would have turned. Dude went through it emotionally, and Palps made his move. Also, hot take, Mace was a liability for the Order.
Oh, heck yeah, Mace was a liability for the universe, the entire galaxy.
Well, for me, it's, these conversations are interesting, but at the same time, it's like, these things are written and kind of retconned after the originals. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't part of the story as George was writing it, and then they have to add things to the story to make it interesting.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite character has always been Mace Windu.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he's got a purple lightsaber?
No, he's too, like, by the books. And that, to me, that type of character, like, in every type of series, like, I've ever been interested in or book that I've ever read, the character that is, like, too by the books, I'm just like, it's just like...
He wasn't by the book that when he was fighting Palpatine, though.
Exactly. It's like when it's in their favor. Like, it's that good, like, that person who follows all the rules and they're super fake and everything like that. And then as soon as they have the opportunity to do something in their favor, nothing matters. None of the rules matter that they held everyone else to. Yeah, that's what it is. That's why I don't like him.
If he would have simply wouldn't have said the line, he's too powerful to be kept alive, then I think Anakin would have never chopped off his hand and Palpatine would have never shocked him.
Yeah.
And then that turn wouldn't have happened there. Because he's thinking the whole time, oh, I didn't get the rank of master. We got to follow the rules. And I'm following the rules now after throwing a hissy fit and all that and being all... I mean,
he had to turn, so they have to do it one way or another.
Right. Yeah,
You know
it's like the Titanic sinking. It has to sink eventually. So, yeah, we got to get to the point. This isn't like the Lord of the Rings where we can get a 3-hour film. We have to do, 2-hour long film. So, yeah. So, anyways, I went to, on a lighter note, I went to Star Wars night at an NBA game, San Antonio Spurs versus the Indiana Pacers, with one of our listeners who is from Indiana.
Wow.
None other than Adam Motor. So, yeah, we had a lot of fun. We watched the first half. This is where we were sitting, kind of second row, the top.
You're so close to the court.
Level. Not really. We're pretty far. But, yeah, the image looks deceiving. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was Star Wars night, like I said. They did give out jerseys. It's a little weird because it's baseball jerseys, but we're at a basketball game. So weird. We ran into Ted, who modeled the jersey for us. There's Ted from Countdown City. There's a side, and here's the back. So all of us got jerseys. My daughter went with us. She got a jersey.
What color are the sabers on there?
They're just white.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I guess they look like
it's like white and gray.
I was thinking the hilt style, Luke from Return of the Jedi. I think they kind of modeled it after. But this was like the only picture I took of anyone like in Star Wars mode. Stormtrooper from TFA and Darth Vader. So just the helmet. So
I love it.
It was a little strange because I've been to Star Wars night before, and there's always been a huge 501st presence, but for reasons unknown to me, they didn't want to do that. They didn't invite the 501st, which was odd. I don't do a lot of 501st stuff these days, but I do have a friend that's over there, and he was like, yeah, they just never sent us the invite. And I asked one of the Spurs officials why isn't like there more Star Wars stuff? And he was like, it's kind of not super like official like it used to be. And I was like, so what? It's just halfway official? I didn't understand. So I don't know. I don't know if the guy was just telling me something to get rid of me, but it was a little odd. I think there was a guy wearing a like Zabrak makeup with the horns with his wife who was like a Twi'lek. I said nice cosplay and they didn't say anything to me, so I was like, okay, whatever.
Oh,
I didn't know.
They didn't know who you were. You should have been like, I'm David from the Star Wars Stuff podcast. And then they would have been running.
Overall, it was cool. Adam got to see what some real NBA trophies look like. And he wore his Palpatine t-shirt there. That's the cover image for the podcast. So, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Also, we hit 8 years of podcasting, guys.
Wow.
So we've been doing this for 8 whole years since 2018, since after The Last Jedi released.
Time marker, please.
That's 4603. So that's what made us want to podcast, the controversy of The Last Jedi. We're still talking about it 8 years later. It's
literally.
It's wild. It is truly wild.
And we're just getting like I just talked to John Boyega about it. I mean, how crazy is that?
Wild.
How crazy is that? After all this time, I talked to literally one of the main characters in the movie, and he was just as disgusted as I am.
Oh boy.
Chef's kiss.
Oh, I'm happy you found someone, Craig. And I'm happy it's John Boyega.
He didn't like the movie and he was in it.
Oh, that's rough.
If you thought
That's
I
really
was
rough.
mad.
So Bedler's Corner on Instagram is asking if Saber Guild made a showing. I don't think they did. And they also say congrats. Thank you so much. And
Congratulations, David.
Thank you. Congratulations to you guys. You're a part of the tribe, so you make it go. You help out. So thank you.
Good
What
job,
are we
Craig.
getting?
Going.
Are we getting something?
We get high fives when we're in Texas.
So you're gonna get some crisp high fives when I see you at SpaceCon or
I
Las
want a
Vegas,
hug.
whichever one's first.
I want a hug.
You'll get a hug, Mary. You'll get an
Hey.
extended hug. And Craig, what do you want?
I'd like you to sing in the arms of an angel for me.
Okay, when I see you. All right.
I'll record that and share it on Patreon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be doing all kinds of.
You have to change the lyrics too, like I do for you.
You know what I
don't
really
get
want?
Copyright.
When we're
strike.
all in Texas and literally all 5 of us are together, I want like just a huge like huddle and like holding each other's hand and jumping up and down in a circle. That we're all together in one room.
Oh my
Don't
gosh.
shake your head, Craig.
I want to see Craig do that.
Exactly. Craig's gonna be right in the middle, and we're all gonna be holding on to him, jumping around in a circle.
I mean, if you get me drunk enough, I might do it.
That's
easy.
We're gonna have to give Craig drinks here.
I'm doing a Costco run on the way to the Airbnb.
Yeah, go to the Japan store.
I would
Craig
assume the
doesn't know about it.
margaritas are strong in San Antonio.
Yeah, we're
Woo!
pretty famous for Fiesta margaritas. So there's
I like
not
a strawberry
shortage of that.
margarita.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, right. I want some chips and salsa and a strawberry margarita, and I want to talk about Star Wars.
Yep, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope we
David is
make
so
it on
concerned.
time to SpaceCon.
Oh, we'll be good.
Whoa. I will set an alarm. I'll bring my like horn and then walk around the place and just wake everybody up.
Wow.
You think Bob's gonna get any announcements soon? I know they announced
John Cena.
Okay. So yes, they just made a big wrestling acting announcement, I guess you could say, with John Cena. He'll be there. WWE champion, actor, and Peacemaker. Comic book character Peacemaker.
He's also the voice of my Meta Ray-Bans. That is also very important to note.
That's cool. I heard him earlier.
You
Sounds
did?
just like
You
him.
were able to hear him?
Yes, I was able to hear him, and then like all your setup just like fell apart, and then I couldn't hear you at all.
Like,
So
my goal is at SpaceCon to get him to put on my Meta Ray-Bans and talk to himself. Like,
nice.
did you know?
Yeah, I want to say he did know, but Miller's Corner says, "Come to Amarillo, and I'll give y'all all the high fives."
How far is
Amarillo's
Amarillo?
It's really far away. It's from. It's
Oh,
like a panhandle.
sorry.
We want
Yeah.
margaritas.
You come meet us in San Antonio. Come to SpaceCon, and then
Yeah,
you'll
come
be a
to
part of the
SpaceCon.
high five jumping group.
Yeah. If you come to SpaceCon, I'll give you a Funko Pop. How's that?
Ooh, should I open this? I got one of these.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Should we start doing little ASMR? Here you go,
If you want
guys.
to.
Should
When-
we? I have a case of them.
Do we know when Ahsoka is coming out yet?
No,
I don't think we have a release date.
No,
I don't think so.
because I saw Rory. What's his last name? Who's going to
McCann.
be?
Yeah.
Huh?
Rory McCann.
Yeah, he's going to be. I think in Ocala. I feel like in a few months. And I tagged Bob. I'm like, I put the little two eyeballs from like Bob, like, hey, this would be a good one for SpaceCon. But I guess we won't have seen him in Ahsoka season 2 yet.
Yeah, but I feel like he's famous enough.
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where we would all be like very still excited.
Ivana Sakno at SpaceCon, who plays Shin Hati, talked about how acting with him was fantastic as Baylan Skoll in Ahsoka season 2. So there's a little bit out there. I would love to see him out there. I think, I mean, he's already famous, like hugely famous from Game of Thrones already. So
Yeah.
it's not
The
like he's gonna have
Hound.
trouble getting fans to get his autograph or photo op. So
Can I just
I would
say,
love to meet the Hound.
I don't I don't know what Diego Luna's line was like, but I will say this. At one point I went to the line to see when he was going to be there.
mhm.
And there was maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 people that were just waiting for him to like come back from something. And when
had to
I
go to the
got
restroom.
there, huh?
He had to go to the restroom.
No, I think he may have been at his panel,
Oh.
and he came back. And I
So
went.
okay, so Meddler's Corner on Instagram is saying, "I'll be there with the Saber Guild as Baylan Skoll at SpaceCon."
Okay.
Maybe
Come say hi to us.
maybe I've met him before. Interesting. Okay, go ahead, Greg. I'm sorry.
So Diego Luna's line, there was like a red carpet area where you line up, and it wasn't that filled. And I got in the line, and I think there was maybe 2 or 3 people in front of me in the VIP, and the other section only had like, I don't know, it felt like 15, 20 people. And I was thinking to myself, if this was Mark Hamill, it would be 600-700 people waiting for him to come back. Diego Luna's line was really short. And I was like, I was shocked. I mean, Andor was a fantastic show. And he was obviously like the main guy. He's Andor. How is this line not at least 200 people long? At least. And I was.
Do you think people
remembering
have
that
Andor
Bob had
fatigue?
mentioned that it wasn't a big draw after season 1, and I'm like, he doesn't seem to be a huge draw.
Yeah.
Really surprised me. I should have taken a picture. You guys would have been shocked how few people were waiting for him to come back.
Well, how
And
was
he
your
wasn't-
meet and
He
greet
wasn't
with
coming
him?
back in like 2 hours. I literally waited less than 5 minutes for sure. Maybe even 2 or 3 minutes. And the line wasn't long over there either, like next to me for the general admission. So for some reason, he doesn't seem to have a huge draw.
What was your meet and greet like? Was it like rushed? Was he very interactive?
I was getting two posters signed. He wasn't too talkative. I was like, "Can you sign this right in the middle of the jacket?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And he was like, he was, pleasant, but
because he does great interviews.
Yeah, I mean, he's busy, and he's just like, he's like,
oh wow, was that Grogu being cooked somewhere?
No, it's a force shield.
Oh, almost being cooked. The fire.
Sorry, Craig, go ahead.
Well, he was friendly and he was polite, and he was just like, said a little something here and there. I don't quite remember what he said, but I was really surprised. I thought the line would be much longer for him. I figured there would be a lot of people waiting.
Maybe it was overpriced.
Maybe. I mean, I think he was like 2 something.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I had posters. I had 2 Rogue One posters, and I needed him on it. So it was like, I can't not get him on there.
Yeah, I have my poster that I wanted him to sign too.
Yeah.
But $200, that's steep. I don't even think Ian McDermott was $200 for his signature.
I could look and see what it cost. It was pricey because if you want, like, it's more pricey if you want like the premium autograph.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I spent $180 for Ian McDermott's premium autograph. And I think I spent the same for Hayden's. So for him to be $200, but also yours is VIP, right?
Well, VIP it doesn't cost any extra. Here's the picture. I'll show you.
Oh wow.
Nice. Yeah, like he does really great interviews, but I have never really heard about like him doing really great like meet and greets. Like when you talk about like Katie, like she takes time and like she gives you a really personal experience, like Liv, the experience you had with her, right?
Oh, okay.
I never really heard that about Diego.
Brace yourself.
Oh no.
Gosh. Take a guess. You guys can both take a guess.
So a premium autograph.
Premium, which is like a poster or something like that.
$250.
David?
$350.
Oof.
$266.
Whoa. I win because I got close without going over?
Yeah, you win.
Yay! I love this game.
Showcase
and it's like I have 2 Rogue One posters that literally have, Jyn Erso on there and Bodhi and K2SO and stuff like that. So it's like, how do you not get Cassian on there? I had to do it.
Yeah, that's really pricey. That's probably why the line was so short. It's all like they either do him and then have to miss out on like 2 other people, or were all the prices around there?
I felt like everybody was expensive. I feel like Mr. T was like $185. I was like,
wow,
$185.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mr. T. I mean, I get he's like an icon, but I was just like, man, that
might be the last one.
Yeah. So this is why you guys should go to SpaceCon. Because SpaceCon is, in comparison, so insanely affordable, and you get to have these same experiences.
And Bob does do a lot of great stuff
with
like get a deal. Like now you can get
Fan Friday,
Jimmy Smits and Hayden, and it was like, what was the upgrade for that? Do you remember what it is, David? There was some kind of upgrade, a free upgrade.
No idea. I know he did Fan Friday, where it's like certain people signed up, like Daniel Logan, Giancarlo, where you can get an autograph or a photo op for $35 on Friday.
Okay, so I got a couple of these prices up. They may not stay up for long. For just to give you an idea, the Lord of the Rings for the 8 people was $960.
Whoa.
For Frodo and Arwen, it was $299. For Legolas and Arwen, it was $377. An autograph for Liv Tyler was $158. For a premium autograph, it was $211. For a photo op, it was $191.
That's wild. And that's MegaCon. I just want to make sure everyone's clear. Like,
That was MegaCon.
those are
correct.
MegaCon prices, not SpaceCon.
Not SpaceCon.
Yeah, I think I'm doing, so these are the things that I've gotten. I'm doing a photo op with Hayden. I'm doing a premium autograph with Hayden. I'm doing a premium autograph with Ian. Daniel Logan, I have a Friday 5 or a Friday 35. I have a photo op with Jillian Anderson.
Is there anybody you guys want to know the price to? I have them up here. John Boyega was $113 for a photo, $127 for a premium autograph, and $85 for a standard autograph. Not too bad.
That's not bad at all for John.
John Cena was $203 for a photo, $158 for an 8x10. A bulky autograph was $265.
How much is John Cena at SpaceCon?
He's cheaper, I'll tell you that. But I don't remember. If there's anybody in particular, ask me. I pulled it up. Mr. T, $181 for a photo, $159 for an autograph.
My bad, I was on mute. So you can see on the screen there for John Cena autograph at SpaceCon is $169. Premium autograph $199. Photo op is $210.
Dang.
Well, if there's anybody you guys want to know, I could pull it up here.
So I'm meeting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people in either a photo op or an autograph. And I've only spent about like $700 total.
Orlando Bloom, $191 for a photo. $644 was for the 6. Well, that means the Hobbits and the Legolas and Gimli. Autograph was $158, and premium autograph was $211. So yeah, Diego Luna was more expensive than everybody, right?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Well,
hold on. Let's see. Brendan Fraser, $158 for a photo, $133 for an autograph. Premium autograph, $143. Mummy team up with 4 people was $402. So not crazy for 4 people.
Carl. I met that guy. He's nice.
Daphne Keene, $113 for a photo, $106 for an autograph, $85 for a standard autograph. So it sounds like Diego Luna might have been the most expensive. $226 for a photo op, $212 for a standard autograph, $266 for a premium autograph. Elijah Wood, $113 for a photo, $106 for an autograph, $106 for a selfie at the table. So Elijah isn't that bad either.
No. So Craig, I think you're going to be jealous. Are you ready for this?
I'm jealous already.
I am going to be going to Fan Expo Anaheim. If I get press badges, will you come out?
Shoot, I might come out. What are you talking about?
If you get press badges, how is that even? I mean,
you're on the Star Wars.
Mark Hamill's autograph goes on sale tomorrow, doesn't it?
Correct. No, it goes on sale in Fan Expo Anaheim. Tickets go on sale end of March. Signing up for press happens in April. And then there's certain requirements that the Star Wars Stuff podcast.
No, but meets. I thought the autographs for Mark go up tomorrow.
Finally.
Maybe.
You better look because they'll sell out quick.
If I cannot get press badge, I probably will not go.
Man, I saw Marcus going. I'm like, oh man.
We qualify.
So
we
tough.
just literally have to sign up.
Yeah, sign up.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure he'll be at Celebration, but I think that line is going to be insane.
It probably won't be as bad. I mean, Fan Expo and Anaheim will be bad, but it won't be as bad as Celebration.
That's you're gonna commit a whole day to wait in line for him, I think.
You gotta do, yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll have to take turns going in and out of the line, doing shifts.
Yeah, because if we sign up for press, there's like certain requirements, certain panels that we'd have to attend, certain press rooms we'll have to attend, and stuff. But I mean, we could just make
all these celebrities should be shooting us DMs right now, being like, "Hey, we got you. We got you. Yeah. Don't worry."
I know, Leo. Where are you, bro?
Where's John Boyega?
Leo's gonna be in disguise.
Come on, player.
Yep.
Diego, I thought we're tight now.
Sounds like you and John are tight now.
We bonded. We definitely bonded.
It's incredible. So did any of you catch Project Hail Mary?
Not yet. I might be seeing it later this week.
Okay. Well, I've seen it, and it made a lot of money this weekend.
Ooh. Is it very close to the book?
It's very close.
Do people know that it's based off of a book?
Some people may know it's based off of a book, but yes, it's a really good film. And I mean, Ryan Gosling's next thing is going to be Starfighter for Star Wars. Yeah. I'm encouraged by his performance. I think he's going to do really well. And Neil Scanlon worked on the film, which he was the puppetry master at arms. His studio did all the special makeups and creatures and that stuff. And I think he put in a Star Wars Easter egg. Nice. And I haven't heard anyone. You saw it?
No, I'm just saying nice.
Okay. Yeah, it's waved around on screen a couple times, so it's not kind of in your face, but when you see it, you'll know. It'll be like, that's what David was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a long movie too, so
that's what I heard.
Yeah,
I heard it's a long movie, but it doesn't feel that way. Like it moves at such a good pace, and it's such a good story that you don't feel it. And I'm like, usually the last 30 minutes of a movie, that's pretty long. I'm like, OMG, wrap it up, guys.
Yeah, they kind of made the mistake of telling us at the press screening this is a really long film, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like bracing myself. But yeah, it was a good film. It was really well crafted by Lord and Miller, the guys who should have given us Solo. But they got fired by Kathleen Kennedy.
Oop.
But yeah, everything those guys have touched has been great. So I foresee them making a lot more stuff in the future. And this is something... Go ahead.
Do you think John is now in talks with Dave because Kathleen's gone?
I think all of Dave's people that talked to him during his tenure at Star Wars and that are still at Lucasfilm are talking to him now, and they're trying to figure out something. It's really, like we said on multiple podcasts here, that it depends on what Mandalorian Grogu does at the box office. If it's like a smash hit and it's like, oh my gosh, everyone shows up Memorial Day weekend, they're gonna do a season 4 and they'll probably do a sequel and all that stuff. But if it's like, if it doesn't make, I mean, if it just breaks even, that would be a tremendous.
No way, it's gonna do better than that.
I mean, there's almost no hype online. A new commercial came out today, and it was really good. It was extensions of scenes that we had already seen, but I mean, it was fun. It was really good.
Look at the cute little Pop Mart toys that just came out. Look at that. It's adorable. I bought the whole case.
Cool. Yeah.
It's going to do well because parents are going to want to take their kids to the movie. At the very least, it will. And then you have enough of a fan base of Star Wars that will want to see it at least one time. I mean, it may not make people.
So you'll get a first weekend, but the second weekend, there's a huge drop off. If there's like a 70% drop off, it's doom and gloom, I think. But I mean, it is the summertime. People are getting out of school. People are going to the movies. It's hot. That whole thing.
Mhm.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
We gotta,
Yeah.
I'm
we
excited.
gotta give it a chance to see what happens and see how people like it or respond.
Hand the Man Solo on YouTube says, "Yo, he was the guy
That's a
that
good
changed his
name.
screen name in real time."
He regretted it every day since.
That's so funny.
What was his original name? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but it was something interesting.
You made a comment, Craig, and he changed it.
Wasn't it like an old like AOL chat name or something like that?
He's like, "I've had it since I turned on the computer."
Oh, it was like something or something like that, wasn't it? And I couldn't say it.
Man, we got to rewatch that podcast.
Well, ask him. Maybe he can tell us. He's right here.
He made this comment quite a bit ago, almost 15 minutes ago.
Oh,
but I just
so
saw
he's long been asleep since then.
I've been long asleep since then.
Oh, geez. But yeah,
That's
we
my
do
bedtime.
have a new. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we have a new Patreon member, Sean Smith. Really cool guy. I sent you all the emails that we corresponded with, and he sent me some of his duplicate Topps Chrome cards, and that was very nice of him. So I've built out my collection a little bit, and I have done an unboxing for them, and I'm going to put them up on Patreon as soon as I get around to it here. So look out for that. Do you guys got anything else?
Do you guys want to hear about the saying that I figured out after 38 years of life?
Sure.
Okay. When you hear the saying, making ends meet, what does that mean to you?
Making barely enough money to survive, to live.
So do you think it's ends meet, like the end of the cow, like the scraps, like MEAT?
I mean, yeah, I thought it was like meat. Yeah.
It's making ends meet, MEET. So something coming full circle and completing.
Making two ends meet. Okay, yeah.
I'm just like trying to get by. I'm trying to make this come together for myself so that I can get ahead and survive life.
There's all kinds of stuff like that in English.
Wow. I had never thought of that in that way.
So the reason I figured it out is because I saw it written, because I always do closed captioning because I need to like see something sometimes to like hear to like understand.
But see, that can be wrong too, though. But did you look it up?
I looked it up.
Okay.
Because I was like, what do you mean ends meet? Because I thought what you thought.
Well, I mean, see, I grew up in South Texas, and there's a lot of slaughterhouses here, a lot of cows here, so that's what I would always think of as like meat.
What do you think Saved by the? Then I went down the rabbit hole. What do you think Saved by the Bell means?
Yeah, there's a lot of these.
I thought it was like, you're in school and you got the bell rings, so you get out of there before like you get in trouble.
What about you, David?
I just have a generalized concept that it's Saved by the Bell. I think of the TV show now.
Okay, so that's kind of similar as Craig. So like what I found out is Saved by the Bell, or so what the more common one is like a boxing match, and you're about to like get knocked out, and you're saved by the bell. That's
sure.
The more common one.
Yeah.
But it originated back in the day. If someone was like in a coma or they were just non-responsive, kind of thing, and they would assume that they were dead and bury them. And then
they would bury them with a bell. Yes,
correct. So
and if they'd ring it, it'd be like, oh my god, we buried the dude alive.
And and that's where the graveyard shift came from, because that was the person who would stay there at night to hear and see if anyone's bell would go off. And then
couldn't they have just waited a little bit longer before burying people? Like,
I don't know, but that's where it originated.
Make sure they're like cold.
That's where it originated. They were saved by the bell.
Yeah, because back in the day they didn't know as much as we do now. But People do wake up in the morgue all the time. So.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Yeah, it happens. It definitely does happen.
How?
And it's like, so here's like a controversial thing I'm about to say, but if you are an organ donor on your license, probably best not to be one if you die younger, because you can actually they want to farm your organs out quickly, so they're gonna take you apart a whole lot quicker than if you weren't. So you have that little bit of extra time of possibly coming back.
So I'm an organ donor.
Yeah. They take
but I don't think they'd
apart.
want it. All my stuff's all ruined. So
Wait, how can they legally do that?
they're gonna
though? They
test
have
all
to-
my stuff
It's
and then be like,
it's
"Nah, we can't
it's
use
an
any
industry,
of this."
Craig. How can anyone legally do anything that happens? I mean, it's the wild world we live in,
It's crazy.
and they're trying to move fast. You know, they got rooms to fill, and you've
I
seen
think
the pit.
I think we better just saw a huge drop off in listeners.
Well, we already had the huge drop off. That's why we're talking about random stuff now. But this is like the juicy stuff.
Ends
now.
meet, and Saved by the Bell, and graveyards.
right. We've had enough.
All right, signing off for this organ donor.
And this organ donor.
You better be careful. You
Until
better get that
2031.
undone before you go to
Nah, I
San
have a
Antonio.
DNR. I have a DNR. I'm fine.
Jeez.
Say what you want. None of it works.
All right. For Craig 5 and Mary, my name's David. Happy 8-year anniversary to us.
Woo.
And may the force be with you.
Always.
This is the way.
Pew, 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 pew.
I've spoken.
Happy anniversary, my loves.
Aww.